I'm Nataliya Torkut, Professor Nataliya Torkut from Ukraine. I'm the head of the Ukrainian Shakespeare Center, and as a Shakespeare scholar, I also work at the Zaporizhia National University and the Institute of Literature of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine in Kiev. Here I'm the guest of this brilliant festival, and what is the most impressive for me is the general atmosphere which is dominating here. Some words about atmosphere, first of all. I like the title of this, or the name of this festival, because it really emphasizes the most important thing, the ability of William Shakespeare and his works to unite all of us, to unite in our lives, in contemporary situation where we have very serious challenges. You know that there is a terrible war in my country, and since 2014, more than 10 years, our country, my country Ukraine, is fighting against this total, almost metaphysical evil. So this festival is very close to my heart, because here I can find those things which are extremely vital, important for me as a Ukrainian woman. Because more than my academic, much more important for me today, even more important than my academic duties or research activities, is volunteering. And as the head of volunteer group that is called Shakespeare, I was so pleased to see that Shakespeare really works in our everyday reality. And the first performances I have already seen during this festival impressed me very much with their topicality. And probably you have heard the words of famous theater director from Poland, Jan Kort, who said, "Shakespeare is our contemporary." The same words were pronounced by Soviet director in the period of thaw, just when Stalin's regime was ruined. He also called Shakespeare Shakespeare our contemporary, because that period of time Shakespeare helped the intelligentsia, the intellectuals in the Soviet Union to get rid of those Stalinist traditions of oppressive regime. Unfortunately, nowadays, these traditions are surviving in contemporary Russia. And when I saw Midsummer Night's Dream by Mikhail Cerner, I was greatly impressed with correlation of Shakespeare comedy with those challenge of dictatorship that is going on not only in Russia but in democratic world. And it seems to me that parabolic nature of this performance is extremely important for our audience, for people all over the world, because it appeals to not only to our imagination but to our critical thinking. And we can see these serious ideas in Shakespeare comedy, where in Athens democracy has already turned into totalitarian society. Well, then I was also impressed with the work suggested by Parabola. I can't but admire this fascinating theater directed by Philip Parr, who is the head of the European Shakespeare Festival Network. This time we had an opportunity to see a unique history that is going on the life of Shakespeare's heroines. 6 Shakespeare characters, female characters, are gathered together to make joint cooking. They are cooking together and they are thinking about their destinies in Shakespeare plays and what could, if they could change anything, what could they change? In this performance, the text was written by our contemporary, by a young lady whose name is Olivia, and she wrote this play not only to react on the challenges we as women have to face almost not every day but rather often. It is a deep consideration on the female fates and destinies, on our responsibility, not only for our deeds, but also for our thoughts. And I was greatly also impressed by Timișoara's monodrama that is called Hamlet Mortus Est, and it is also deep philosophical parabola about life and death, about our existence. It's very serious philosophical play, I can say. It is not written by Shakespeare, but there is very much Shakespearean ideas, characters, of course, played by one actor. And what is the most what struck me most of all is that we also see anti-totalitarian ideas there, because the creators of the performance combined live playing with some video on the screen, and in this video we can see the faces of contemporary dictators. And as a Ukrainian, I am very much obliged to the creators of this performance, because they are wakening up their audience. They make all of us to understand how dangerous it is if we try not to see what is going on. So it is about those performances I have seen. And in this row, I'd like to mention the Ukrainian play that is not, this performance doesn't include political component. It's Date with William, and it is staged by the students from Ivano-Frankivsk National University, Prikarpatsky National University, named after Vasil Stefanik, our famous Ukrainian writer. And these students had their first tour here in Moldova. They are greatly impressed with the general atmosphere. And what unites them with the other performances? It seems to me that it's drive. It's a unique, energetic influence that they could create during the performance. And probably some representatives of audience who have never seen maybe Ukrainians in their life and only read about armed forces of Ukraine or Ukrainians as a nation. They had a beautiful opportunity to see what is Ukrainian energy, what does it mean to be Ukrainian in the time of war. And it seems to me that our students were excellent to reproduce it. So I'm very much obliged to the organizers of this festival. First of all, for this brilliant idea to underline one of the most important things in Shakespeare, his ability to unite people from different countries, of different ages, the representatives of different national traditions and different generations, and to show Shakespeare as our contemporary. It was very important for me. And this warm atmosphere which surrounded all of us into the community of Shakespeare admirers, it was also very, very warm, and it is priceless. So thank you very much to Mihai Cerne, Nick Cerne, and Alina, who was the person who, as well as Shakespeare, united all of us.